Welcome to the ESU 6 Craft Knowledge video series. I'm Lenny VerMaas, and I'm sharing today about processing time. Another way to think of processing time that I like that helps is the 10-2-5-1 as a reminder of how often you need to provide students processing time. For younger students, 5 minutes of instruction needs to be followed by 1 minute of processing time. For older students, 10 minutes of processing time. 10 minutes of instruction needs to be followed with 2 minutes of processing time. And I like the 10-2-5-1 as a way to help you remember that if you've been talking in front of your class, you need to give students time to get that memories into long-term memories so that they're going to be able to utilize those facts. All right? I have a good way to help you remember this, and I've used this a lot of times. This glass represents all of the information that you have to impart to your students. So it's filled, this is the knowledge that you have as a teacher. This glass represents a student's brain. And this is what happens as a student goes through a typical day or a typical class period with you. They come in the morning and maybe they start with language arts class. So they come to language arts class, or maybe have language arts. Next they go to science class, right? And then they go to social studies, and this is my favorite one because, as Toby knows, social studies kind of gets left out sometimes, so that's social studies. And then next they go to math class, and then what happens is it just overflows, right? So your brain can only hold so much, and that's the advantage of processing time. Now, what processing time allows you to do is to take it from your student's brain before it overfills, and you want to get it into long-term memory. So the process is, in processing time, it allows you to take that knowledge and put it into long-term memory. So you're going to do a little bit at a time, but the important thing is that you're providing students opportunity to take it from their short-term memory and put it into their long-term memory. Right? So again, when you think about processing time, and I know how important your time is in class and all the information that you have to share, it's really important that you allow students processing time to take the information that you've given them and make sure they remember it. And we have lots of other strategies that we'll share about how you do that in our video series. So you can look for those and see, but we have some note-taking methods, some ways to help students to process that information that they have. Right? So once again, as we look at processing time, the hippocampus can only hold so much, and you want to look at an example of a glass of water. Too much, too fast, it won't last. And remember the 10-2-5-1. So make sure that you're allowing students processing time every 5 or 10 minutes in class. So that's what we refer to as processing time. We encourage you to use this strategy with intention to improve your practice.